Hello and welcome everybody. This is Xpnsion Network and it's Casey and Brad with Xpnsion Network, and we're talking to a woman by the name of Ava Park.
Yeah. These are our preliminary conference interviews for the Galactic Goddess event. We're really excited to be bringing these extraordinary presenters to you. We ourselves are going to be presenting at the conference as well, channeling Julius for everybody in the audience. And as we always love to do is to get all of you a little sneak peek into extraordinary events that are taking place, inviting you, of course, into the event and also to come by and visit Xpnsion Network on the soundstage. And it is always such a pleasure to get to know fellow presenters, light workers, expansive beings that are bringing formats and platforms of empowerment to human embodiments worldwide so that we can step into our magnificence and our knowing of how extraordinary we all are, right? It's quite a position to take on this Earth ship, really it is. And again, it is just always such great energy. So we invite you to sit back here for about 15 minutes or so, have a little virtual cup of coffee as we get to know Ava Park. She is the founder of Museum of Woman, among other things. And so we're going to have a great chat and find out what she's going to be up to at the Galactic Goddess event. Thanks, Ava, for being with us this morning.
What a pleasure to meet you both and to be here. Thank you so much for the time.
Can you tell everybody a little bit? I know you wear many hats with all of the work that you do. Let's talk.
Many crowns.
Love that. The Galactic Goddess event, okay, of course, is kind of accentuating, of course, the feminine goddess energy out there in the universal galactic energy that we all are. And so we have a lot of information coming forth on this conference about how to support that energy, unleash that energy, know that energy intimately, both for men and women. And presenters like yourself, Ava, are bringing forth a whole bunch of great information on a lot of what that is. Is that correct?
Well, I certainly hope so. We don't normally set in stone what we choose to talk about, although sometimes people really press us and say, give us a specific description of your presentation. But, you know, the world is moving so fast. The best thing you can do, I think, is just to stay present with what is actually happening around you and within you right now. And so, you know, I don't know what I'm going to say exactly at the conference, and I prefer not to nail it down, but it will be along the lines of human empowerment, seeing the truth clearly, seeing where we came from, seeing how we can all be in oneness. One of our principal ideas is based on the word rose, R, for reverence for all life, and she who brings life to this level of physical reality. O for oneness, at the ground of being, all is one and sacred. Everything is sacred. Some religions teach that some things are sacred, but other things are not. We say everything in creation is sacred. And then E for eternal, nothing ever really dies, it just changes form. And so those are the principles that I normally talk about, that I hold dear, and that I think can best help humanity through this shockingly amazing changing time.
Yeah, wow.
I was going to say, wow, if all you do is touch on those four subject matters, those four themselves are enough that people should be excited to be there and listen, because those really do encompass what being human and being on this planet is all about.
Ava, how long have you been doing what you do?
Well, I have long been interested in why the world seems so broken. When I was a little girl, my family had a lot of love. My parents loved me, but they were very dysfunctional. And so, you know, I remember that old Beatles song, All You Need Is Love. And I was like, 11 when that came out, I think. And I thought, well, that's a bunch of crap. We have a lot of love in this family, and it's still not working. So I kind of thought, well, there must be something else that's needed. And so I went on a lifelong search. It turned out to be lifelong. I'm 65 as of this month. And I've tried all different forms of like how to help the world be better. And I was involved in all different things. I founded an animal rights group and ran that for many years, and was very involved in educating people about animals. And I did all sorts of other things too. I was in the Tibetan freedom movement and many things. And I kept feeling that we hadn't gotten to the core of what the problem was. I would see myself doing a little bit of good things over here and a little bit of, something good would happen over here. But the whole system, it seemed like I was maybe eliminating a tiny little tumor here and a tiny little tumor there, but then another one would pop up. And so over time, I came to believe that the core issue for humanity is the dominator model of the mindset of power over others, which really, as David Hawkins talks about, is really force, not true power. And so when I started peeling away those layers, I started thinking about patriarchy, learning about the dominator model, and trying to find out if there were other ways humans could be. And I looked into ancient matriarchies and the modern matriarchies, and I encountered some on my travels. And I saw that they did have a completely different mindset of not power over, not here's the piece of the pie and I'm going to get mine and the hell with you. It was more like, how can we help everyone have a decent life and share resources right now? And I looked at matriarchies because I believe that, and this includes men, when men have the mother mindset, you can call it anything you like, it doesn't really matter. But, a good mother, a good parent would not allow if she had 10 children, she would not allow one child to have all the resources and let the other 9 struggle. And so I believe there is a different way for humanity to live on this planet. And that's when I started. People think I left the animal rights movement. I didn't actually. What I did was expand my focus to include what I thought was more the core problem. And so the Museum of Woman is there to advance these ideas, to advance the leadership of women, and to help people understand our true history on this planet, which includes about 250,000 years of venerating the venerating source in it as a good mother.
Well, I love, of course, we agree with you completely, all of this energy, how we all delve into the subject matters, how we all do our incredible presentations of the informations that we're aligned with and tapped into to support all of the empowerment and love and extraordinary and honor in everything. On a personal note, we do our own animal advocacy, so it's lovely to know you there. We have a small animal rescue facility also.
Oh, really? Oh my gosh, I must learn more about that.
And your energy, of course, is so intoxicating and just powerful. Even coming through this transmission, really looking forward to being in your presence.
Just spending time with her.
For a long time, we talk about when we came into what we do. So I channel a group named Joyous, and for many years, I think people thought, men were really kind of these outcasts, barbarian configurations. They weren't very spiritual. Like you said, they were very dominant. And somehow men weren't even allowed to really be in the spiritual, more nurturing component, because if they were, they would somehow lose their masculinity. I mean, seriously, I can kind of envision this. I see men in my life that I love dearly, and I have a tendency to surround myself with alpha men. Brad's very alpha male, and yet very, very spiritual, and finding that he didn't have to lose his empowered masculinity to bring forth this extraordinary energy of empowerment. And doing this event, I wanted to also make sure that everybody understands that, it's not just a girly thing. We're talking about a type of energy, a type of power that lives in all of us.
You cannot cut men out. My gosh, they're half the population. We must all be in this together. We must never, and we never permit, and I don't even permit this online, never ever permit any kind of male bashing in the service of, a feminist viewpoint or anything. No, we must all move forward to these beautiful, harmonious positions together and leave no one behind and leave no one out and not other anyone.
Well, we want to also allow you, please, Ava, can you give our viewers your information? You know, how do they look more up about you? Have you got a website and your social media, please?
Certainly. We are at museumofwoman.us, and you can find a lot of information about our beliefs, and you can become a member of the museum. And we have changing exhibits. We are a physical museum, and we are the only one of its kind in the entire world. And the fact that we're located in a business park in Orange County near John Wayne Airport is considered by some to be utterly hilarious, because you have all these white buildings that all look the same, like offices, and then you enter this incredible 3,200 square foot jewel box of amazing goddesses and 15-foot high statues of ancient Egyptian goddess deities and all sorts of things. So it's really a remarkable physical place. And so people can find us there. We're also, of course, on Facebook and Instagram, blah, blah, blah.
All right. Well, thank you so very much. Again, giving all of our viewers just a little sampling of the powerful Ava Park. Please come down to the conference.
This is what's going to be at this event.
Yeah.
It's going to be an absolutely wonderful event. It's going to have all types of practitioners that have to do with goddess.
Right. Yeah.
Energy.
We're going to put your crown on you, babe. We are.
We are all sovereign.
All right. And of course, Xpnsion Network is going to be there also, just gobbling up all of this opportunity and to provide for all of you who possibly cannot be there physically. We'll be able to enjoy a lot of the presentations and a lot of the goings on. But if you are in the Orange County area, specifically Laguna Beach, California, the first weekend there in April, come on out and see everybody. It is a 3-day event. Lots going on. We promise you, you're going to have a fantastic time. And better than that, you're going to leave this event knowing aspects of yourself that perhaps you have never looked into, and having a deeper and broader appreciation for everyone around you and all of the potential of the momentous energy that is shifting into change for all of us as well. Ava, thank you so much for being with us this morning.
It has been my great pleasure, and I really look forward to meeting you two in person at the event.
We want to thank everybody for being with us, and we'll be bringing you more coverage about the program in upcoming shows. Thanks very much.